We have to say that development is absolutely compatible with keeping forests, but then work on how we support people to have a good living while keeping their forests. So that's where the international support comes in. Now, Norway has pledged $1 billion to Indonesia to work on keeping its forests. There are other initiatives, I understand, from Australia. The United States Millennium Corporation, which supports development in countries like Indonesia, is also interested, I understand. So this is huge, and Indonesia can be a world leader in forest conservation and keeping these great forests as carbon sinks for their biodiversity, their incredible richness of plant and animal life. But the developed countries need to accept that this needs support, because Indonesia is doing something different from the dirty old way of developing, which the countries which are currently rich used. So we should see Indonesia really as a pioneer in this. Brazil has already pioneered. There is a role for the private sector to play. And my last point would be that in Brazil, where these kinds of policies are already in effect, in Brazil, the soy industry refuses now to buy any soybeans from land which has been deforested in the last 5 years. They say, we're not interested in what has been grown on that land. That land should have been left in forest. So if we can get partnerships with industry where it refuses to source product, whether it's palm oil, whatever it is, from land which has been deforested since moratorium and other rules came in, then I think we can make some progress. But there's some very exciting things, world-leading things, which can happen in Indonesia on this area.
And if I may add, the private sector has a big role to play in this as well. The food and beverage companies, the agricultural companies, because all these companies, all of us, we are continuously doing a lot of research and development, new technologies. And if we can find new technologies that can increase the yield per acre of a specific crop, be it cocoa, be it coffee, be it palm oil, yeah, and significantly increase those crops, better quality, better output, that is exactly the way to avoid to go into deforestation. And as Helen says, those days are over. And a company like ours, we have openly said we are against further deforestation. There has to be other ways and means, and there are.
I'd just like to add that the consumers have power. It's called the power of the purse, yeah? You have the wallet. Your purchasing power, especially women. Women are very, very important in this because they are the ones who do all of the purchasing for the homes. So it's up to the consumers, up to the women, the mothers, the wives, to do research about the products that they buy, about the companies that they support with their wallet. When these companies realize that people are no longer choosing their products and instead opting for products from another company who has got better practices, then they too will understand that they need to make change. So women, you have to be responsible.
We've got a question over here. After this question, because I know this gentleman's going to have his question rehearsed in his head and ready to go, and I don't want to change his train of thought, maybe have a think about asking the panel also some questions about your future goals and how you want to get to where you want to get, or what direction you want to find. And maybe that might be a little bit of a change of questioning rather than just all environmental ones. I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there for you guys to be able to ask what you want to ask. Sir.
What did you do to my microphone, young man? Check, check. Thank you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Christian Timothy. I come from East Java, a town named Malang. As students, we feel honored and privileged to be in the presence of such expertise and knowledge at this summit. And then, my question, I hear from previous summit sessions that sustainability is to be the key driver of business innovation. Is this not the wrong way around? That business innovation should be the key driver of sustainability? Thank you. This question is especially to Fritz.
I must admit, I've never thought of it like that. But it's clear that more and more, whether it is new product innovation or new process innovation, more and more we are doing this in the light of the need to have a sustainable development. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. But it's also interesting that we are seeing from our research that more and more consumers, they want to know what is behind a brand. Say your favorite brand is a Milo or a Denkau. Yeah? They want to know what is behind the brand. Where does the product come from? Is the farmer getting a good price for the raw material? Is that raw material being grown sustainably with responsible water management techniques? And a company like us, we are completely now changing the way we promote our products. Before it would be a Nescafe ad just saying it's good in the morning to wake up, have a cup of Nescafe. Today we're talking about where the coffee bean comes from, the farmers. We've recently done an advertisement here in Indonesia about Denkau, in showing the farmers in East Java how they live. And this is also very empowering for the agricultural sector. And consumers want to see that, want to know that. So there is a lot of innovation taking place, but I agree with your observation. Thank you for that.
Nice question, mate.
Hello, everyone. My name's Callista Aurelia, and I have a question for Mr. Van Dyke. So, if you had to lower your profits for Nestle to be going greener, would you do it? And if so, what are the things you would do to help Nestle become a company going green?
Okay, I like that question.
Short and sweet and to the point, Mr. Business Leader.
First of all, let me say that making profit, there's nothing wrong with that. Because if we don't make a profit, we cannot do business, we cannot do research and development, and it's a virtuous circle. Now your question, to become greener, are we willing to make less profit? The things have to go hand in hand. And I'm absolutely convinced, based on what I see in a country like Indonesia, where our company is active.
We've got a spare mic there.
That's fine.
It's...
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're back? No, we're
No.
not back.
We can hear you beating your chest.
That's my heart. No, but seriously, moving forward, it is clearly, we have no choice. As a food and beverage company, we need to work more and more towards a sustainable environment. Because if we do not do that, ultimately we will be a company